Hey heroes, it's T. Jumping in really quickly before we get started to give a couple quick reminders. In case you have forgotten, or in case you never knew, we have a second whole podcast feed where you can listen to more Moon Harbor material. You can find that by searching Moon Harbor Extended wherever you listen to podcasts. We have 2 lines that have been running for a couple months now, and a third line that actually just started last week. It is a spin-off of the Faye and Supai Hellspawn line from Faces, and it is some of the funniest role-playing, and also, I have a feeling we'll get pretty intense by the end of the arc, because we are who we are. Go ahead and jump over and listen to that. You can listen to T, that's me, Icy, and Amar Amaraz, our new player, being GM'd by Elliot. It is a truly delightful time, and we are so excited that we can share it with you all. I don't think of anything else, so without further ado, please enjoy this issue of Moon Harbor Heroes. Welcome back to Moon Harbor Heroes. Today's issue is Cataclysm Crew, issue 44. Everything changes in a flash. Drive. On the cover, the 7 members of Cataclysm Crew stare at a computer. We can't see what's on it, but their faces are stricken with horror, fury, and intense determination. We turn the page and our story begins. Our next panel is the team kind of like rushing, and I assume everyone comes running when we hear Vixen yell. And the team comes running and sees Lynx and Vixen standing in the main room. Without waiting for you all to start like asking questions, Lynx is like, or Vixen is immediately like, I don't know where Max went, he's gone.
I'm sorry, what?
No, do you have any idea where he went?
Lynx looks at Vixen and gives her a dirty look, and she's like, well, someone had a conversation about, being reckless because someone is a reckless villain herself. And she gives Vixen a long look. And she's like, Lynx says, and she said, you should go take down Saber, strike while the iron is hot. And then Max walked out the front door.
Amber's got like her head in her hands. Oh boy.
We need to buy that boy a leash.
Or at the very least, a cowbell.
Or we need to get him to start streaming everything he does again.
Wait, he stopped doing that?
He's cut back a bit. Oh damn, I don't even have a phone that I can try to contact him with.
I do. I have his number.
Do you want to call them? I mean, all of you probably have Max's number. One of you could call him.
My phone's dead, and I haven't gotten a new one yet.
And Alan doesn't have a phone, so, yeah.
On the way to rescue, Al will steal you guys a couple of phones. Don't even worry.
I feel like Lucy probably just pulls out her phone with her pissed mom face on and tries to call him.
Put him on speaker.
She does.
Oh my god, the Cataclysm Crew moms are so good.
Now the real question is, does Max even have his phone?
Max, do you either have your phone, or one, do you have your phone? No, you never got your phone back from Squire. Because Squire gave...
my phone just rings in Squire's pouch.
No, wait, it's not Squire, because it's, Squire gave Al your phone, so Al probably still has it. So Lucy calls it, and Al's pocket rings.
Al, I'm gonna answer it. Hello?
God damn it. And Lucy hangs up.
Okay, now can we call Monarch Man?
Who's Monarch Man?
Amber's rushing over to I think we said that we had a computer in the main room.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I would like to try to see if there's anything on this computer that's hooked up to the tech that Max has with Squire. Yeah, the tech that Max has with his goggles to see what Squire's seeing.
Yeah, go ahead and roll to unleash your powers to see if you can access his stuff.
That's a 4. That would have worked so well, but never mind.
Al is gonna give Squire the most stern talking to when they get back.
So, you were able to hack into the camera, but he is not wearing his mask. It is tucked in his bag. So you just hear the sounds of fighting. And it's just darkness and the shuffling of fabric around the camera. And then the sounds of kicking and yelping and that kind of thing.
Oh, that's not great. Is that something that just I hear, or does the whole room hear it?
That's the whole room. Everyone hears that. What do y'all want to do?
Al, you can see there. Can you see? Oh,
I thought it was audio only.
Oh, it is an audio only. Well, I mean, the camera. Can we see
I mean,
anything during
technically,
while
you
the camera?
do see the shadows inside Max's backpack.
Damn.
I mean, I could open a portal in Max's backpack.
You wouldn't fit through the backpack.
Yeah, but we could just cut open the backpack.
What if we or tossed a thing of bricks in there? It would stop him.
I'm not throwing my treasure.
Your brick? I have so many questions. Anyways, could we open the back from the inside?
We could just. What if we just open the portal and yell at him?
But how? That's not going to stop him. That's just going to distract him.
What if he gets hurt?
We could at least try to get him to tell us where he is.
I think the best idea is to just open the backpack and then we all pop out of it. I'm with Alan on this one.
Can we open a portal big enough in the backpack to have someone stick their hand through, unzip it, then Al can see where we're going and portal us through?
I can stick my hand in and I'll pick up my hand and then the zoom in thing happens, and when it zooms out, the hand is like a lot smaller and like the arm is even thinner and the fingers have shrunk. It's kind of weird looking.
Is it baby hand?
I'm literally just picturing baby hands.
I mean, I guess I was thinking more of like an adult looking hand, but like minimized.
That works for me. All right, Al, go ahead and roll to unleash your powers to cut a portal in a Max's backpack.
Oh, you're so cruel. Unleashing my powers is plus freak, and I think last time my freak got demoted by 1. Oh, praise Lord. I got a 9.
All right, so you can either mark a condition, or I'll tell you how it's unstable or temporary, or someone could help if someone can give some help with that.
Or I could use team selfishly.
If you do that, you have to put someone else, either ignore, I don't know what the exact words are, but like you have to fuck over someone else.
Well, that's cruel and unusual punishment. I just really wanted to clear.
Could we argue that me giving the idea was helping? Or is that cheesing it?
I'll give it to you. I'll give you the 10. All right, so you do the thing. So tell me what it looks like when you cut a hole into Max's backpack, or cut a portal into Max's backpack.
Okay, so Al grabs the hilt of his sword and just kind of cuts a real small portal, being able to see, and it's got to be small enough that she can fit her baby hand in there, and then you see a tear fold like in 3D, and then it's like paper being torn open, and then the sound kind of emanates from the portal and from the computers, and yeah, you're good to go.
So what am I doing exactly? I'm just sticking my hand in there and trying to make it so that we can see more with the device.
Yeah, opening up the back.
Okay, cool. So I'll stick my hand into the backpack through the portal, but like subtly, and then I'll try to like feel around and find like the little hole between the two zippers and like slowly like take my finger and like jiggle it a little bit. Like, you know how when you like your zipper breaks and you have to like somehow manage to pull the zipper open without using the string thingies.
Yep, absolutely.
And so I'm kind of trying to like shimmy a hole with like one finger, and then I'll take the device and like poke it out so that we can see better.
I don't think it's a device. I think it's just what's on the computer screen.
Oh, the camera. It's not
yeah.
like a camera.
Oh, true. Yeah, it is. Yeah, there's the one in there. Random run. Ignore me.
When Clara opens the like zipper, you get like a very, very small shot of like a ceiling of a building. Max is either upright or has taken the backpack off. And like there's like, it's a pretty standard ceiling, and there's just flashing lights everywhere. Bright colored lights like flashing, and you hear like more sounds and what sounds like gunshots.
Can I take the camera and like do a pan around the room so we can?
You'd
see
have to
more?
get the mask out of the backpack first. You only have the backpack open a couple inches. Al could probably open a portal at this point. He can see the room now.
Oh, okay, cool.
And if he can see the room, that means I can see the room. That mean I could teleport in there?
I'm gonna say no, because your teleportation is all via like jumping into clouds. Like we've established that it's like jumping through electricity. and
Okay.
you were in a building going to another building, I would say that like if you're doing that, it's going to cause a lot of massive collateral damage. You could do it, but I would say it's probably not your strongest option if Al is there.
Okay. Yeah, we'll allow now.
Okay, so I think what I might do is, yeah, I can do multiple portals. Yeah, let's do it. Screw it.
You don't need a
Al's-
second portal anymore. You can now the camera's facing.
Oh,
up
she
to the
just opened the
backpack.
bag, right? Huh?
Yep.
I thought she had. Okay, cool. I thought she was holding the camera. My bad.
I'll pull my hand out first,
I was gonna say didn't want to cut off her hand.
although it would grow back.
Okay, so yeah,
It
so it's,
probably wouldn't feel good.
and Max would be very unhappy finding a hand in his backpack, a baby hand, nonetheless. So yeah, looking at the computer, I'm gonna basically the same thing happens. I cut another portal, a crack appears in 3D, and then paper tearing, and then you can see the floor. And because I had to open the portal on the ceiling, but we can see on the down like a bird's eye view of where the backpack is, whether it's on Max or not.
Are you all jumping through the portal immediately, or are you like looking to see first? It's like who is a jump first, talk later? Who is a look first, jump later kind of
Amber's
person?
a jump first,
Look
look later.
first, look first, look
I'm a jump
first.
first kind of person, but
So is
It's-
Vixen.
I feel like I'm still recovering my arm, so I might not jump in.
Al can walk along or crawl along the ceiling, so I think Al's just gonna sloop right through the portal and just crawl along the ceiling.
I think what we do is we see. I'm pretty sure that Amber wouldn't wait, and I'm pretty sure Vixen wouldn't wait. So I think like the second the portal is open, Amber and Vixen are like
Yeah.
through it.
Alan honestly feels like he'll make the situation worse.
Amber, as you're falling, because the portal was cut on the ceiling, so you are now falling from the ceiling of this building. You are falling towards the floor of an arcade. Max is not in trouble. Max is playing an arcade game
God damn
at
it.
a pizza parlor about 4 blocks away from Vixen's house. But now you and Vixen are tumbling from the ceiling towards Max, who is
Can
playing
Can I
an
try
arcade
to?
game.
Can I try to jump, like hold on to the edge of the portal like I did that other time, and like try to stop them from falling to the floor?
Absolutely.
Like,
Go ahead and roll to
Wrap
defend.
my legs around them or something.
Yep, go ahead and roll to defend them.
Yes to that savior. Wait, was that a savior increase that you gave me before? Right? Yay, that's exciting. 2d6. Oh wait. Okay.
All right. So on a 7 to 9, so on a hit you keep them safe, and then you choose one from the list. And then on a 7 to 9, you either expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation.
I'll expose myself to danger.
Cool. So yeah, you catch them, and then choose one from the list.
Oh
Do
wait.
you want to add team to the pool? Take influence over someone you protect or clear a condition.
I'll take influence over what's her name, Vixen.
Cool. You have influence over Vixen. And you did the thing. So basically what happens is we see the panel of Amber and Vixen falling from the ceiling. Wild Thing like stretches her legs down, grabs them, and like kind of like bungee jumps them so they land safely. And then Wild Thing, you tumble, and Max is playing a game with like 2 hands, and you just land in Max's arms.
Hi?
Is everything okay over there?
I was getting pizza.
Max, you look up and see a portal with all of your friends' faces staring out of it from the ceiling.
Have a look around. How much attention are we drawing?
Oh, so much. Oh, all the attention.
My
This
limbs
is the
are still
24-hour
stretched out.
Yeah. This is a 24-hour pizza place / arcade because I've established it's very, very late at night. So, yeah. And yeah, like, people are now, like, looking at you and like, what the fuck? But it's also, like, pretty quiet. Like, there's only, like, 8 or 9 people in here.
I get a couple panels of me just looking around like, is there an emergency?
We thought you had like gone out and like she like is looking around and like gets closer to like whisper in his ear. We thought you like went out to go and try to take down Saber alone.
I'm not the best at this whole team thing, but I'm not an idiot. I'm gonna whistle for Squire. We should probably go.
Yeah. Sorry, Vixen and Lynx were freaking out.
I think maybe as we're leaving, like Claire's like trying to like put her arms back together or whatever, like suck them back, and it's like not as easy because that was an entire story, right? That she just stretched her body, and she's kind of looking at Max, and like maybe it shows that panel of like the gray fog, and it like almost looks like it's gonna turn a color, but then it just stays gray.
Cool. Are you all walking home? Are you like going back through the portal? How's everyone getting back?
Are they able to go back through the portal?
We're not. We would need help from above.
I mean, you could take the camera out and like point the camera at the ground to cut another one open.
Yeah. So Al's gonna slope back through the portal since he never left the ceiling because he's not a fool. And yeah.
The jury's still out on that one.
Hey, memory boy.
And we see Al cut another portal open, like now that he can see more of the room via backpack. And we see like the group kind of stepping through the portal as Wild Thing's trying to put her arms back together. And then we see a panel of like Squire holding like 4 pizzas stacked up on top. Like her arms are stretched out in front of her, and the pizzas are stacked 4 tall, so she can't see over them. And she's just like running and trying not to bump into things on her back legs. And then she runs through the portal. And you all are back in C4. And Lynx is like, all right, so I need a fucking drink. I'm gonna go. And Lynx just like walks away. And Vixen starts to say something, and Lynx grabs her arm and pulls her through the portal, and she's gone too.
I'm just glaring after them.
So, does C4 not have an arcade?
I wanted to get pizza. Not all of us have eaten, and
Oh, you know,
Yeah, I am kind of hungry.
when is the last time I ate?
It's been a busy day.
well, we've had you on that nutrient drip.
Nutrient drip?
Like, Ivy.
Okay, I need to see this now. And yeah, how could we get pizza here without drawing attention?
Well, it would help if you all didn't jump out of my backpack. Are you? You know what? It's fine. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare anyone. We got to figure this out. And you're all right. I really need to be more open about it.
Quick question. Are we back at C4 or are we still in the arcade? Because I don't know. I may have missed that.
You all never went to the arcade. You were just looking through the portal. So Alan and Lucy were all like looking from the portal, and Lynx were looking from the portal into the arcade, but you never actually stepped through. Everyone is back in C4 now.
Great. Thank you for the clarification.
Of course. Max, I think that is you sharing a vulnerability or weakness. I might be wrong about that, but that would be what I would say.
I don't think my move fits here at all.
Then never mind. Cool.
Let's tell them a secret about your mentor.
Fair. Cool. So, Max basically just said, like, hey, I wanted to make sure that we all were kind of on the same page here. And what are people saying?
Do we have the pizzas?
Yeah, Squire made it through the portal.
Excellent. I think then at this point, Lucy just kind of goes over to their makeshift kitchen and grabs plates and is like, well, let's eat and catch up.
Yeah, Amber's helping Squire and taking some of the pizza boxes from her, since she's just a tiny raccoon.
Lucy, Al, and Wild Thing have had a lot to eat today.
Technically, none of you ever had any of that spaghetti.
Oh, did we not? I thought we did eat
Didn't
it.
we have pizza earlier?
And we
Yeah,
had
y'all had
pizza.
pizza like 4 hours ago.
But
none
I
of
did
you
not
had-
have any pizza.
I thought you did.
And that like adrenaline probably was running pretty high, so we might be hungry again.
Yeah, Wild Thing did just fight me, so we got an appetite worked up.
So I was going to ask just Amber to look at that flash drive, but why don't we all look at it together? Lynx didn't tell me what was on it, but it had her scared.
I think we get a panel where like Amber's got a mouth just full of pizza, and she like takes her other hand to like pull out the flash drive.
If it's all the same to you guys, while you guys look at that, I'm gonna go to the training room and work out a bit.
Do you need a sparring partner?
I think I might. Want to join me?
Yeah.
Can Al scribble something on a napkin and then teleport it like into Alan's back pocket as he walks away?
Yeah, sure.
I want the note to say, make sure you don't forget to kiss Amber, and don't forget this one this time.
Yeah, I think we see a panel where like Amber was about to get up to go follow him, but sits back down.
The drama. I'm into it. Cool, and we see the two of them walk away. If we are looking at these files, let's actually follow them into the training room. We'll do that scene and then we'll look at the files. So, Alan, you step into the training room. There's a bunch of like equipment, just general like sparring swords and that kind of thing, all against the wall. There's a punching bag hanging from the middle of the room with a hole punched through the middle of it. There are like exercise mats and like floor mats so like no one gets hurt. The walls are slightly padded. And this is the C4 training room.
So, Wild Thing? What's your
Wild
real
Thing.
name?
I haven't really talked about that a whole lot, but it's not really a secret, I guess. But you're the first person really that's asked. So, Clara.
Well, nice to meet you, Clara. I'm Alan. And he puts out his hand, does it like a handshake.
Yeah, you too. And I'll take his hand.
Well, now that we've properly met, he looks around the room and he goes, "This looks a lot like what Saber used to use. Anything you want to hit first?"
You've been inside Saber?
Well, yeah. I was kind of raised there.
Wow, that
Yeah.
kind of sucks.
I guess. I mean, he walks over to one of the training dummies and looks for a switch to turn it on. He goes, it could be worse. There were some times where things got a little hairy, making me test out my powers and all that good jazz. But I mean, I'm alive. That counts for something.
Yeah. Crazy what people will do to stay alive, I guess.
Well, I mean, if it weren't for Saber, I wouldn't have met Mac or Amber.
That's true. Sometimes the gross people bring us to the good people.
Yeah, they had me spying on them. It was bad. And then, well, don't worry about it. I've lost, months of my life, and I feel like I haven't trained any stretches, and I feel like I haven't trained in 3. So, light spar?
Either way, whatever you feel like. And I'll just like kind of crack my knuckles. You know,
So, Alan...
we rats gotta stick together, right?
So, Alan takes wait, you're... All right. And he takes a fighting stance, and his fists begin to glow, and his eyes begin to glow, and he goes, all right, you make the first move, then.
And there's like kind of like Clara doesn't have any magical looking things really about her, but there's sorry, Amber. She looks at him and the fog turns red and the muscles bulk up and she'll just run at him.
I think that would be a good place to cut scene.
Perfect. So before that happens, that does mean that Alan gets influence over Clara.
Yeah, you're good.
And I don't think that changes anything, and I think that's the end of that. Cool. And we cut over to the back to the main room. We have Amber, Lucy, Al, and Max all standing and staring at this computer as we boot it up. We start booting through files, and there's the first thing we see is just a stack of personnel files, but a couple of them are like flagged as important in its flash drive. So there's 5 personnel files: Young, Badu, Nunez, Washington, and Jones. They are all flagged as important. As you click through them, these are all Saber operatives who were transferred, but the reason for their transfer and all their transfer documents are all like redacted. There's very, very little information except for that these 5 people were all transferred. The next thing is a series of photographs. Like it's a zip file of photographs. Photographs of a testing facility in a Saber industrial complex somewhere outside the city. One thing that it's particularly focused on is a silver case and the words, like the camera zooms in on the words Project Martinez. And then we see that same silver case open up and there are vials inside of it. Those vials are then being fed into a machine, but we don't know what the machine does. Like, it's all very unclear and very cryptic, and the photos are pretty grainy. And then the next thing we see is a video. And it's security camera footage. So it's kind of up from the corner of a room. And we see Glacier sitting there. We see the back of Glacier's head, but it's pretty clear it's Glacier. You all have met her before, or at least seen her in press conferences and such. And she's sitting there, and the door opens, and the intern steps inside. You all don't know the intern, but our readers know the intern very, very well. And the intern steps inside, and we see her talking. There's no sound in this video. And, like, Glacier's hands grip the corner of the desk, and, like, we start seeing frost forming out from the desk, like, around Glacier's hands. And the intern looks super apologetic and is, like, talking with her hands, trying to communicate something. And Glacier slams her hands on the desk, and the intern takes a step backwards. And she turns to start to leave, and Glacier reaches out one hand, and we see the intern just literally freeze in place. Not like block of ice around her, like her body literally freezes. And Glacier keeps holding her hand out, and the intern shatters. And Glacier's still like shaking, and then she bends over, and we see her scream. We don't hear it, but she screams, and we see this monstrous form up, and then the camera's covered by frost, and we don't see anything else. Actually, I think I want the last panel of this to be a pulled back shot of the computer with all of your faces reflected in it as you watch Glacier just demolish this person. So can we get Amber's reaction in that? What does Amber's face look like?
I think kind of a mix of like shock and also seeing it coming.
Cool. What does Lucy's face look like?
She's probably got a hand over her mouth.
What about Max's face?
Sad determination.
And Al, what is your reaction here?
He looks basically just unfazed, but his eyes are shocked.
Excellent. And that is the last panel of this comic. Moon Harbor Heroes is produced by Anthony Sheets, T.B. Huth, and Elliot Peterson, and edited by Anthony Sheets and Sean Geddes. Anthony can be found on Twitter at IcyNewYear or at IcyNewYear.com. T is a theater artist and educator in the DC area. She can be found at T Huth Playwright on Twitter or TPHuth94 on Instagram. Elliot can be found at Elliot Elen, ELLIOTYLEN on Twitter. Sean can be found at The Crumpit, THECRUMPIT on Twitter. Moon Harbor Heroes is played using Masks: A New Generation, written by Brendan Conway and produced by Magpie Games. Our logo was designed by Beautiful Beasties. She can be found on Instagram at beastly.doodles or on Patreon at patreon.com/beautifulbeasties. The music in this issue is Mistake the Getaway by Kevin MacLeod. This issue is GM'd by T. Huth. Blue Samurai is played by William Hendry. You can find him on Twitter at RockoutWill or on Steam as Cypress_Grunham. CYPRUS_GRUNUMN. The Wild Thing is played by Rose Hahn. Rose is an actor, content creator, and mental health advocate. Her podcast, What Was I Saying? Living with ADHD, can be found on Spotify, iTunes, and Google Play Music, or on Twitter at what_was-I-saying. She can be found on Twitter or Instagram at Smiley Rosie. SMILEYROSEYYYYY. Flyby is played by Jane Barry. You can find her at Jane-Tarzan on Twitter. Rebel Rouser is played by Elliot Peterson. Rascal King is played by Anthony Sheets. If you want to get a hold of us, email us at moonharborheroes@gmail.com or find us on Twitter at moonharborcast. If you enjoyed this issue, please leave us a review on your podcatcher of choice or tell a friend. 5-star reviews and word of mouth are really the best way for us to keep bringing these stories to more people. If you'd like to support us financially, check us out at patreon.com/moonharborheroes. Supporting us there will give you access to bonus issues each month. And thank you for helping us save the world. We'll see you next issue.